The 904th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Heidi Ho, Degenerinos. Welcome to episode 904 of the MMA Gambling Podcast, the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It's dedicated to someone in our Discord. Let me see. Gabriella 69, because I don't think I've dedicated an episode to that person. We got a lot of new people in the Discord, so check out the Discord, people. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. I am Fosho Fox, aka Jeff Fox, one of the hosts here of this here podcast. This is the second half of our UFC Paris breakdown. Yesterday we did 8-fight prelims. Today is a 6-fight main card, and I'm not doing this by myself. Lucky for you, I've got Daniel Gumby Vreeland with me. Hi, Gumby. You like the main card?
Yeah, I like this main card. I also want to shout out Gabriel because when we were watching the Contender Series the other day, he was the only one still defending Antoine Ho for me, who took he took a brutal illegal shot. Everybody in the Discord was like, he's not good. And then come to find out, did you know he tore his hamstring in the first round and fought he fought with a torn hamstring and a blatantly illegal shot that Gary Copeland decided he was going to wait 3 minutes and then warn the guy in between rounds, but not take a point.
I don't even know if it was a stern warning. I love when they say stern warning. Like it means anything.
You definitely can't do that again. Knee a guy in the head on the ground? Yeah, you definitely can't do that again. You should have done the first time.
What's going to happen with our boy now, Gumby? I didn't want to bring it. Last Contender Series was a bit of a bummer. The main event, your buddy.
We're not going to talk about the main event. We're not going to talk about the main event.
It started and ended kind of a bummer. So is Hogan?
It didn't start a bummer. It didn't start a bummer. We got Tommy McMillan.
Oh right, the second fight.
Tommy McMillan underdog play, and I'm a big Tommy McMillan guy. Cesario
Losene hit a lot. That guy.
Yeah, boy. He can get hit a lot. He can have his neck turned on backwards, and somehow he's just like cool with it.
Exactly.
Cesario Losene looked good. Yeah, no, look, Antoine Ho still super young. Do you think he's gonna get a third shot at Contender Series? Probably not, right? It's pretty rare, especially that flyweights get that.
Right.
And especially being that this one he lost, the other guy didn't get a contract. Like last time, you could kind of give him another shot because you were like, Lonnie Kavanaugh is just nasty. Mm-hmm. So, hey, maybe he winds up in like a PFL 35 division or something like that. Somebody's going to snatch him up and he's going to send him over to Octagon. They make tons of money over there. It's super exciting. He can fight all the, he can fight Shalgas Shumagulov over there. Hey,
yes, and
sign me up for that. Yeah, sign me up for that. Yeah. Or Benoit Dama. So I'll watch that. Let's hope he lands somewhere where he gets paid.
Yeah, and where we can watch him, which pretty much is anywhere. You can watch everything nowadays. All right, we should probably dive into this card. It's a 6-fight card, a good one. And then at the end of the podcast, we will have some fancy dancy plays for you. A reminder: free roll football contest is back on SGPN. It's free to enter. And you're picking every NFL game against the spread. $3,000 to first place, $4,000 if you're a Patreon subscriber. So go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll. Plus, we got 25% off everything in the merch store. Promo code football. So that's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Football at checkout. Check out all the amazing MMA SGPN merch that we have in there. A lot of fun stuff in there. And we've got our very own NFL Survivor contest going on at the network. $100 entry fee, winner take all. Check it out at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. Is football starting again, Gumby? I have a feeling.
Yeah, a lot of football
tonight.
In Europe. Yeah, let's go.
Tonight.
Let's go. Let's go Cowboys.
All right, we got UFC Fight Night. Imavov versus Borralho, Paris, France. It's coming Saturday. 12 p.m. is the prelims. 3 p.m. is the main card. ESPN Plus is the place. Accor Arena if you want to see it in person. We are starting off with, should be a fun one, or at least it's a fun matchup at the very least. Featherweights, Patricio Pitbull from Brazil. Losene Keita, he is from Belgium, and they're 145. So we'll tell you about Pitbull first, aka Frere. He is 37-8, 12 knockouts, 12 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted once. He is still durable after 45 fights. 1-1 in the UFC, win over his last 3, 5-3 over his last 8, 24-7 in Bellator RIP, and a 4-time champion there. He used to fight at 135 and 155. Made his debut in 2004, plus 191. Keita is Black Panther, one of the many Black Panthers. He's the only one in the UFC though, right? At this point, I think
I don't know if that's true. He can be the real one though.
He's the real Black Panther because he's 16-1 with 10 knockouts. He's been knocked out once. This is his UFC debut. Some 5 straight fights, TKO win in his last one. He has not lost a fight since July 2023. He's a 3-time octagon with the K, so the good octagon champion. He's fight at 155, regional champ, 1-0 in pro Muay Thai, 10 years younger than Pitbull, 3 inches taller, minus 200. I go first on the main card. This was, if we could take Pitbull from like 10 years ago, then this would be a much better matchup. Kit is just too fast and too explosive for
Pitbull. So I'm going to steal your words. He hits so damn hard.
He does hit so damn hard. Yeah, he's just way too dangerous for an aging fighter who still, hasn't really changed the way he fights. I get maybe he has. I guess he's a bit less reckless than he used to be, but I just think Kit is way too explosive and young, and he's going to want to put on a show in his first fight. So this is UFC is not doing Pitbull any favors with this one. A guy that most common fans will not know. Is probably going to style on him.
Yeah, this seems like a star building performance for Keita here. And you mentioned that Pitbull is kind of like a little bit more elusive in his age, right? Like that's kind of what he's done. But like we've seen him deal with that. We've already seen Pitbull, or we've already seen Keita deal with that before, right? Like he's coming off of that brutal beatdown of Ronnie Paradisser, and Ronnie Paradisser, that was kind of what he was known for, is being like tough on the feet and really elusive. And am I wrong? Was that fight at 55? Like,
we're watching clips of it last night. He just was relentlessly on him.
And now he packs even more punch at this weight class, right? Because it's against smaller guys, and he's still.
That was for the lightweight championship, yeah.
Yeah, so he
won the lightweight championship there.
He's at the right weight class now, right? And he's going to be dropping those hammers still. He's already dealt with guys who are elusive, like Ronnie and a whole bunch of other guys in octagon. Like it's not like he's fought bad competition or anything like that. Absolute hammers, gonna track down Pitbull. I think he's gonna knock him out viciously. So give me Losene Keita.
If you haven't seen Keita yet, you're in for a treat. Good fighter. Hopefully this
is gonna be a fun introduction, I think.
Yeah. Hopefully it transfers to the big show and we don't have any hiccups. He already has his prospect loss, you could call it. Now he can just cruise. All right, we're going to 170 now. Axel Sola. He is from France. Imagine that. Rhys McKee from Ireland. 170, 3 5-minute rounds. McKee is Skeletor, fitting nickname. 14-6-1, 11 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's finished everyone. He's been knocked out twice. 1-4 in the UFC over 2 stints. He saved his career. He won TKO win. He saved his UFC career. TKO win in his last bout. That's his only win over his last 3. He's gone 4-2 over his last 6. Outside the UFC, he's amazing. Inside the UFC, he was struggling. So TKO win the last bout. Cage Warriors champion, also multiple region championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirt, get our merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. He's fed at 155, 2015 pro MMA debut, 3 inches taller than Sola. He's up plus 170, plus 177 on the board. I'll spit it out eventually. Sola, 10-0-1, 5 knockouts, 1 submission. He's never been finished. This is his debut. UFC debut. He's won 3 straight. Regional champ. That was Aries, I believe. Gumby's least favorite promotion. He's fed at 155. 2 years younger than McKee, minus 128. So what do you think of this one?
I'm gonna go Rhys McKee.
Me, I am too, which I feel good that you're taking because you're not a big. Well, I don't. Not that either of us are big.
I've been a huge Rhys McKee hater.
I was hoping there wasn't something I was missing about Sola.
No, I went and watched, and I'm like,
really?
Yeah, it's like
not even great. And
it's like the aggression's not great. He doesn't seem to sit down on anything.
I saw him getting dropped by guys too. That guys that are not Rhys McKee were dropping him with punches.
I don't like his gas tank, to be honest. And that's the thing about Rhys McKee too, is that dude is gonna be in your face 15 minutes into the fight, throwing just as hard as he did in the first round. And damn, he wore out Daniel Frunze in 1 round, never mind in 3 rounds. I just think he's got that pace that just kind of surprises you. And look, this card is loaded up on guys making their UFC debut that people are supposed to be hyped on, right? Ante Deliha and Rushala and Keita and Sola. I think Sola almost just got rounded into those other ones.
Yeah.
But it's oh yeah, hype on him too. And I'm like, have you watched him? like, because it's not that he's bad. Like, it's not like he doesn't belong in the UFC. If you told me he was going to be on Contender Series and he got a favorable matchup, I'd be like, hey, yeah, that guy will kick around the UFC for a while, probably go 5-5, and they'll cut him when they don't need another Paris show filled up. But like, this seems like a bad matchup. The pace of Rhys McKee is a weapon, and at plus 177, why not take a stab on that weapon?
And McKee's not just, he's a precise power puncher too. And like I said, I've seen Sola, like guys I haven't heard of a lot of people, but no name guys were hurting him with their punches. And
yeah, the fight that sticks out to me, and if you want to go watch just like how his striking defense kind of falls apart, it's like Souslan Gogliev fought him, I want to say it was 2 or 3 fights ago. And just like you can see when Gogliev lets go, he lands, and I don't particularly think of him as like a polished striker or a guy who hits really hard. Like he's a guy who I thought was going to out wrestle Sola more than anything. And like now he was just like getting it going on the feet. So like if he can get it going on the feet, especially with the reach, we haven't even mentioned the reach of McKee. The reach of McKee is insane, dude. Like it's like he's poking you with a broomstick. So I'll take Rhys McKee in this one.
Yeah, I don't have reach stats for Sola, so I don't know. McKee's at least 3 inches taller, and
I think if I remember correctly, his height is 2 or 3 inches shorter than his reach. Sola's got a little bit longer reach, so like it's probably gonna be like 3 or 4 inches of reach for McKee too.
Is this just because this is taking place in the UFC? You think is why the line's like if this was Cage Warriors, like McKee would be the favorite, would he not?
I don't know. I think it's the undefeated record and the fact that McKee's been jacked up a couple of times and looked terrible in those losses. And look, I'm also going to throw this out here too. Sola wrestles a little bit, and all of McKee's wrestling stats look like hot garbage. However, a lot of that is like he fought Khamzat. He did fight Khamzat on like a day's notice.
I believe, didn't he?
What?
Oh, on short notice too. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. It was short notice. Yeah.
Yeah. So like he's fought better people. So it's like maybe people are drawing the path to victory for Sola's grappling. Maybe they think he hits harder than he does, but I don't know. I like the pace here.
Now I'm getting nervous that we're hyping up McKee too much here. He's not that good. All right, Rhys McKee is our pick. Before we get you more winning picks, hopefully, we're brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet in football and everything else. Their popularity is second to none. Their model is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Check out all the UFC lines there that we're talking about right now. And we need to head to mybookie.ag. Use our promo code MMA SGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500. That's for new customers. That would be. So that's mybookie.ag, promo code MMA SGPN. All right. Rhythm, RITHMM. NFL is back on Rhythm. Last season, Rhythm was 76-66 against the spread and 22-19 on over-unders. But they really shine on player props. Like, for instance, Josh Allen. I know who he plays for. He plays for my hometown, closest team, Buffalo Bills. He's 15. They were 15-8 on his passing props, 23% return on investment. Rhythm also has MLB, WNBA, golf, and college football. Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gumby, guess what I'm going to know? Actually,
oh my God, we need another week 1 play. Oh my God, I keep needing these week 1 plays. I'll take
ask you tomorrow too for one.
Yeah, I know, or later today. We got another episode coming out today.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to take the Commanders. I'll take a -6.5 playing the Giants. I don't think the Giants are all that good. I don't think Russell Wilson's that big of a change. Well, I mean, the Commanders are in our division too.
That's true.
Yeah, but
hated it, right?
I'm a Jaden Daniels believer. I think he's the real deal, and I think that with only a 6.5 point spread here, I think they cover easy.
All right, there you go. See if Gumby's right by going to Rhythms. See what those experts think. That's RITHMM. You can get 7-day free trial for free. sportsgamblingpockets.com/RITHMM Rhythm. All right, we're moving on up the fight card. No Frenchman in this fight. We have Bolaji Oki. He is from Belgium, I believe, so close to France. I'm sure he speaks French. He is fighting Mason Jones from Wales. 155, 3 5-minute rounds. Tell you about Oki first. He's the Zulu warrior, 10-2, 5 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been submitted once. 2-1 in the UFC. He's won 10 of 11, including his last bout. 1-0 Contender Series, regional champ. Better striking stats, more active landing strikes, and better grappling stats than Jones. He's outstruck his opponents by 2.29 strikes per minute, and he's at plus 138. the Dragon, Mason Jones, 16-2 with 1 no contest, 7 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight. 2-2 with 1 no contest in the UFC over 2 stints. He's won 5 straight, though, in 6 of 7. He's not lost since July 2022. He's a 2-time Cage Warriors champion. He's fought at 170, an inch of reach over Oki. He's outstruck his opponents in the UFC by 1.1 strikes per minute. He's at -127. I'm going dog here again. I think Oki's a striker. All right. Oki's a better striker, and he's shown he has good takedown defense. Yeah, and he's a decent grappler as well. I don't know why Jones is a favorite here. This is a guy who's already flunked out of the UFC. I know he won his last bout and he's on a bit of a roll, but I think Oki's just a better fighter all around and more dangerous. So give me Oki, dog.
Yeah, and I went back to watch Oki's fight with Chris Duncan, which by the way ages really well. Like if you're gonna lose to Chris Duncan, I guess lose to Chris Duncan. Because he just is on an absolute tear and might be the toughest man in the UFC. But I went back to that fight basically to like look for Bolaji Oki holes, and then I kept being like, "Yo, he's lighting him up. Like he's killing him." And I like had to go back to Stapology pitch, and I'm like, he loses this one, right? Like had to remind myself that this was not going to end well for him. But like the whole time he's like doing damage, and then like he does shoot at a time where he probably shouldn't shoot and gets guillotined by Chris Duncan, like everybody who's fought Chris Duncan recently.
Yeah. But
like Mason Jones isn't like finishing submissions like that. And I think to your point, Mason Jones has got kind of good judo, but is Bolaji Oki just like more physical than he is and tougher than he is in the clinch? And he's certainly like, I think sharper on the feet. This might be a great time to do the all Belgium parlay, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Let's load up on Keita and Oki together. I bet you that's a fun little parlay.
That would be fun. And people for some reason, people like things like that.
Yeah. When we come up with like a shtick.
Yeah, exactly. Anything. Degenerates are looking for anything to dig their claws into. All right. And Gumby, you said the title of the episode in there. You may not have realized you said it, but you just said
okay. I can't wait.
Can't wait to see what I posted that. All right. I'm glad. I like it when we both pick dogs, the same dogs. All right. We are at third from the top now. There's no fancy name for that. 205 Modestas Bukauskas. He is from He's got a Lithuanian flag, but he's actually from England, correct?
He lives in England now, but his parents, he was born in, and his parents were born in Lithuania.
Yes. Yeah. He sounds like James Bond, despite what his voice, what his name suggests. Paul Craig sounds like he's from Scotland.
It's funny that you should say that. His nickname for a quick moment was the Baltic James Bond.
That might be why I thought that. That might be why I made that reference. Who knows how my brain works? You know what Craig's known as, Gumby? Bear Jew. And no one will know why. He's maybe when he retires, he'll let us know why.
And for everybody who's going to comment in the comments, because this happens every time we bring him up, it wasn't Inglourious Bastards, but we don't know why it's related to him, because the character in Inglourious Bastards is both American and not Paul Craig.
Let's tell you about Craig. 17-9-1 with 1 no contest, 4 knockouts, 13 submissions. So he's finished every one. He's been knocked out 5 times, submitted twice. 9-9-1 with 1 no contest in the UFC. He's lost 3 straight. No, actually, he's gone 0-3 with 1 no contest over his last 4 to be correct. 1-5 with 1 no contest over his last 7. So he's got 1 win in his last 7 fights. No contest was his last bout. I think there's a Coco bonk, right? The bonked heads, whoever he was fighting there, I think is what the no contest was.
Coco bonk?
A Coco bonk. Yeah, I said Coco bonk. That's not going to be the title, though. Craig has not won since July 2023. I made Gumby laugh. That's the key. That's my goal every episode. He used to fight at 185. He's kind of bounced around. 185, 205. Mostly he's been 205. Multi-regional championships on his
mantle.
They have mantles in Scotland for sure. Correct. It's our merch, our gear, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Football. Hot is your checkout code. Just football, not the hot. 2013 debut. 1-0 as a pro kickboxer, a BJJ champion. That's not surprising. Him being a kickboxer, a bit of a surprise, though. He's been outstruck in the UFC by 0.46 strikes per minute, plus 301. No respect for the old man. The Baltic Gladiator, formerly known as the Baltic James Bond. That would be Mr. Bukauskas, a friend of the Top Turtle MMA podcast. He is 18-6, 10 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been knocked out 4 times, submitted once. 6-4 in the UFC over 2 stints. Second stint, going much better. He's won 3 straight and 7 of 8. He's a 2-time Cage Warriors champion. Basically, anytime he gets released by the UFC, he wins Cage Warriors title. That's how he rolls. Or anytime he's not in the UFC, more precisely. He's fought at 185, Regional champ, 2015 pro MMA debut. 2-inch reach advantage over Craig. 7 years younger, more active landing strikes. He's been outstruck in the UFC by 0.81 strikes per minute, minus 330. Gumby. Are you going to take who I think you might take?
No, I'm taking Modestas Bukauskas.
Okay, good. Look, I was thinking he likes both these guys. So maybe.
I do love Paul Craig. I've interviewed Paul Craig before. Good dude. Here's the problem. Paul Craig is now been, at
this point.
He's been found out, in my opinion, right? Like, people are just like, oh, he's going to fall to his back. That's cool. I won't follow him. Now, Jamal Hill did.
Well, that's Jamal Hill, though.
Magomed Ankalaev did. But, like, you know, two former champs both followed him to the mat and got themselves submitted. But you know who didn't? Volkan Ozdemir. Volkan Ozdemir stayed out of trouble. And, like, that's the thing now. It's just that, like, you don't have to be, like, an elite grappler to beat him because you don't have to grapple him. His wrestling is not going to get you down. And his biggest issue in his UFC career has been that he's less physical than a lot of the guys he's fighting. And now you're going to send him back up to 205. You're going to pair him with one of the most ripped dudes in the division, right? In Modestas Bukauskas, who's strong as hell. Like, and Modestas is a cerebral fighter. He's a smart guy when it comes to his game planning. He's just not going to grapple you. He's just going to, you're going to fall down, and it will either be by his punch or on your own accord, and he's just going to take 2 steps backwards and punch you again. And, like, to me, I think that's all you really need to know. As long as it's a guy who you think is confident enough that will not engage him in his bullshit, he'll be fine.
Yeah, don't mess this up. Bukauskas, you're getting good matchups. You're on a roll. Don't mess this one up. This is basically an IQ test at this point of the career.
Yeah, that's a great way to begin this fight.
Yeah, Gumby, look at me. I'm winning you over with my. Yesterday, I think I made some amazing analysis as well. Look at me. I'm not just here for the dad jokes. All right, co-main event time. Let's do it. Benoit Saint Denis. He's from France. Mauricio Ruffy, he's one of those nerds from Brazil, 3 5-minute rounds, 155.
Now, all the fighting nerds are not necessarily from Brazil, as we've learned now. We've got multiple
You got some Polish people now, right?
Us. Yeah. A couple of us down there.
The Chalkx are there now?
Yeah.
The old Chalkx bros that are both in the UFC now.
Both in the UFC, yeah.
They have, I thought there's other people that have joined them too.
Yeah, there's a couple more. I can't think of off the top of my head. The old Chalkx are the notable one right now.
I can see why people are wanting to go there. All right, so we got fighting nerds in the and the main event. Let's tell you about this fight. Benoit Saint Denis is God of War. He's 14-3 with 1 no contest, 4 knockouts, 10 submissions. So he's finished everyone. He's been knocked out himself twice. 6-3 in the UFC, 1-2 over his last 3. Got won his last fight via submission. He's fed at 170, regional champ. 3-3 as a pro grappler. More active landing strikes than Ruffy, better grappling stats than Ruffy. And he's outstruck his opponents by 0.78 strikes per minute. He's at plus 175. One shot, Ruffy. Fitting nickname. He's 12-1 with 11 knockouts. He's been knocked out once. He owes us rounds. 3-0 in the UFC. Knockout win in his last bout. 1-0 in Contender Series. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get a shirt, get a merch. sportsgamblingplugs.com/store. Football. At checkout, 25% off. He's fed at 170. 2-inch reach advantage over Saint Denis. Better striking stats. He has been outstruck in the UFC by 0.05 strikes per minute. So basically a wash. Minus 180. And it's be me. Ruffy, that it's Saint Denis takes too much damage, and Ruffy you cannot take damage with.
He hits so hard.
Yeah, Saint Denis is going to outwork him if he lasts long enough, but like one shot. The nickname is a fitting.
Will he outwork him though? That's the thing. Is that like
I don't know if he's going to have a chance to.
First, will he have a chance? But second of all, does anybody outwork Mauricio Ruffy? Like that dude has got insane pace, right? Like it seems like he should be completely out of gas in the last round, and somehow he's still in your face throwing like an absolute madman. And I'm just gonna say this because once upon a time I was maybe Benoit Saint Denis' biggest cheerleader. I think I liked
him too. Yeah,
I think I picked him against Poirier. I think I had him pegged as a future title challenger. Does his record kind of suck in retrospect? Like just bear with me on this one. It's like a knockout over Matt Frevola. And like that's his big moment. And like not that Frevola is not good. Like I love Matt Frevola, but like we're talking about Benoit Saint Denis like he was a title challenger, like he was one of the top guys at 55. Like you know, we need to use him in conversations with guys like Charles Oliveira. But like he's beaten Matt Frevola. That's his best win, is a quick knockout, flash knockout, even. Like he didn't even, outwork him, but like a flash knockout of Matt Frevola. And like, that's all fine and good, but like, ultimately, I don't think this record really holds up. And yes, his wrestling's really good, but Hoofy gets back up really well. If you've ever seen his regional fights, he gets right back up. And look, his Contender Series fight was against a Russian who just wanted to wrestle him. That dude went 0-3 or 0-4 in those takedown attempts too. Hoofy has the takedown defense to make this a striking match, and if he does, I don't think Benoit St. Denis got the defense to hold himself up. So I'm going to go Hoofy as well.
What's defense? St. Denis wonders. He's going to last. He can last, but can he last against Hoofy? That's the thing. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see if one shot can live up to his nickname, because St. Denis is tough, but he can be finished. All right, before we get to our main event, see if we're in on the other fighting nerd or not. It's Underdog Fantasy time. Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. And Underdog is also a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. I bet Gumby's got to play for you.
Yeah, I'm not going to play any more NFL ever again, though, because I'll just talk about the NFL stuff is tiring me out. I'm going to go with the fight we just talked about. Let's take Mauricio Hoofy. Let's take the higher than on his significant strikes, because I do think he's going to batter and possibly knock out Benoit St. Denis. But our good friends over there at Underdog have him projected at 35.5. So 35.5 significant strikes there feels very reasonable for Mauricio Hoofy. I think he probably racks up that many before getting the finish.
All right. Works for me. As does this. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMA SGPN. And our newish sponsor of ours, Novig, Novig, all one word. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you know you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. So get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Main event time. It's middleweights, but it's good middleweights. So, and it's a good one. These guys, regardless of who wins, they both have
two sick middleweight main events coming up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say they have, this is their first, they're the first ones that get a chance to try to impress the boss and give themselves a title shot. Cause all four guys that are in the main events and middleweights all have legit, whoever wins will have a legit, claim to be the #1 contender. We got Nassourdine Imavov. He's from France. Caio. He is one of the fighting nerds from Brazil. 5-minute rounds if they need it. 185. Imavov is the sniper. 16-4 with 1 no contest. 7 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been submitted once. 8-2 with 1 no contest in the UFC. He's won 4 straight. TKO win in his last bout. He's not lost since January 2023. He's fed at 205. He's regional champ. He's got 2 inches of height over Bukauskas. He's 3 years younger. He's more active line in strikes. He's outstruck his opponents by 1.19 strikes per minute. He's at plus 115 on the betting board. The natural Bukauskas, 17-1 with 1 no contest, 5 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's never been finished himself. 7-0 in the UFC, 2-0 in Contender Series. He's fed at 170 and 205. Regional champ, 2014 Pro MMA debut. But his striking stats in Imavov, he's outstruck his opponents by 1.27 strikes per minute, minus 112. Gumby.
You know I'm going Bukauskas. I just think, first of all, for me, this is a really, really, really well-rounded fighter versus a guy who's pretty damn good at one thing, in my opinion. I love the kickboxing in Nassourdine Imavov. I think his grappling leaves a lot to be desired. And I think here we have in a fight a guy who can stand and trade with just about anybody in this division in Borralho, right? Like, I think, we saw him in there take the very best shot that Jared Cannonier, who throws absolute hammers, he took the very best shot that he had and just kept walking through it and kept working and absolutely outworked him over a 5-round fight. That's the other thing. Great cardio out of Borralho. But then, on top of that, I think people forget how bad Imavov's takedown defense has looked in the past. It's looked really bad. Let's talk about a guy who got taken down by Sean Strickland. Let's talk about a guy
who got a long time ago.
Edmund Shabazzi.
Brendan Allen was 1 for 10 against him.
Yeah, but Brendan Allen's one-dimensional too. Brendan Allen is a guy who, what is Brendan Allen going to do? He's going to shoot a takedown.
Take you down.
What is Bukauskas going to do though? Because that's the problem I'm seeing here from Imavov is that yes, he knows that takedown will probably come at some point in time from Bukauskas, but I think in the meantime, he's going to be getting hit in the face and he's going to be getting pressured. Because the thing that Borralho does is he turns up the temperature. So I think you're going to see Borralho march him down and wear him down. And then, like, he's also got to worry about that takedown. And as long as Borralho can put the fear of the striking in the back of his head, I think the grappling plays up too. So give me Borralho just by being more well-rounded and ultimately, like, just good enough in every area.
I'm surprisingly taking Imavov. I didn't think I was
thought
going
you were
to.
going to.
I don't know.
It's a striker.
Yeah. No, he is a striker. There's also concerns about Borralho. Just 3 weeks ago, he flew from Brazil to Chicago, cut weight for that fight, and then flew back to Brazil to be back up for the championship fight. Flew back to Brazil. Now he's flying to France. He's got to cut weight again. He's
like a world traveler, though. That dude's all over the place. Yeah, I went to interview him once, and I'm like, "Are we working on, your usual Brazil time?" And he's like, "Nah, I flew to Vegas, and I'm going to do the interview from a sauna." And that's exactly what he did. So yeah.
So that's a concern, and Imavov has shown that he can stop takedowns, and he is a good kickboxer. So, but I really like Borralho, so it's I wouldn't be destroyed if my pick loses here. So, all right. I got Imavov. He has Borralho. We both have Ruffy. We both have Bukauskas. We both have Oki. We both have McKee. Both have Keita. Now we're to our locks, dogs, props, and Hungry Man Jong something.
Parlay.
I think is it you? Is it me? What is it? Who is it?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'll go first. Do you know my lock or not?
Let me.
Am I predictable this week?
Do you like Losene Keita?
I do. Losene Keita minus 200. I would like a better number usually for locks, but nonetheless, I think he's going to win.
Man, I love that. I can predict yours better than I can predict mine.
No, it's funny.
I'm gonna take Sam Patterson. We disagreed on that fight yesterday, but man,
it's a tough one. But
I like Sam Patterson a lot in that fight.
Yep.
I think he's a good player.
You probably know my dog as well.
Your
my
dog. You're gonna take Rhys McKee?
Yes, of course. Yeah, because we talked about him so hard. But yeah, I have quite a few dogs. But yeah, I'm gonna take Rhys McKee plus 117.
Man, you're pretty predictable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Rashala. I hyped him on the prelim episode. You can go back and listen to why I like him there. But yeah, I like Rashala in this one.
Now props, it's impossible usually to guess my prop pick.
I'm gonna say you like Sam Hughes by decision.
I did. That was originally my pick. Wow, this is amazing how you do this. But I changed it to something. That was my pick. I changed it up.
I want some props for that though. That was like negative 150.
Amazing.
I circled that one.
Yeah. That's why I'm not taking it. Brad Tavares via decision plus 109.
That was probably my
Tavares.
second.
Yeah, Tavares is not going to finish. He hasn't finished anyone, but we think he's going to win. So why not take him for plus money?
Man, I was so close on that one.
That's amazing.
Here's what I'm going to take. I'm going to take the sloppy fatties over. I like Ante Delija versus Marcin Tybura to go over 2.5 rounds. You can get that at plus 120 right now. And as much as I think there could possibly be a finish there's probably just like a lot of grappling stalling going on there. And I think Tybura is going to get the better end of it. But in the meantime, like, even if you don't want to get the Tybura money line, let's just get the over here because it's probably going the distance.
So plus 120 you said for that?
Yeah.
All right, nice. All right, Patterson and Keita are our locks. Rashala, McKee are our dogs. Tybura and Delija over 2.5, right? That was it? 2.5, not 1.5, 2.5, and Tavares decision.
I think you can get 1.5 at negative 160. Don't hate that either.
And no, yeah, whatever. I like bigger money for props. If we're gonna play a prop, all right. Hungry Man Jong, what?
Superfan parlay.
Superfan parlay, the original.
There is 14 fights here, but like I was, I dug like 3 or 4 props deep, and then I realized I was just kind of like reaching for stuff. Although I did say, while I guess that you like the Sam Hughes decision, I do like the Sam Hughes inside the distance.
That's another reason why I backed off it. So.
I've been thinking more and more about it, and I think I like it. But I'm not going to use it here. Here's what I'm going to use here instead. I'm going to start with Losene Keita's knockout prop. The guy's knocked out 10 of his 16 victories. I think he can get to Pitbull, and right now it's 250. So you can get him for the knockout at 250. I'm going to pair that with another knockout prop. I'm going to pair that with Alexander Gustaf, or not Alexander Gustafsson, Andreas Gustafsson. Man, I do wish. I like that guy. Andreas Gustafsson's KO prop, different Swede. His KO prop, I just think he's going to wear down Renat Fakhretdinov. to the point where Fakhrudinov's got nothing left. And like the pace he puts on and the cardio he has and the danger he has late in fights, I think just too much for Fakhrudinov. Plus 350 on the Gustafsson KO prop right now. So if you put the 250 and the 350 together, that comes out to 1475.
Nice. So Keita knockout, Gustafsson knockout, 1475. Beautiful. All right, you are all set. You can hit us up in the Discord if you want to chat more about this. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord, YouTube in the comments, MMA Gambling Podcast. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. SGPN MMA on Twitter is the handle. Gumby runs that for us. He's at Gumby Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram as well. Now that we told you who's going to win and how, you can win my pick'em contest over at moneymma.substack.com. Free pick'em contest with real prizes. Gumby has another podcast called Top Turtle. He has interesting people on it. He has at least one. Or you can have two interesting people.
I know. I got 2 interviews in this episode. I got Chase and Blair. I've got another one. You're going to see Party Time Wes Schultz on sometime soon. If not this week, probably in the next couple weeks. And I'm working on a second interview so I can push him off to a later show. So, check your feed. It's probably in there already.
Yes, exactly. Top Turtle, wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Football is your checkout code for 25% off. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. We'll be back. I was going to say tomorrow. We'll be back very shortly. Maybe right away. You'll see us right in your feed with the Contender Series episode after Gumby bids you farewell.
All right, I'm Dana Gumby Vreeland. He's Jeff Coco Bonk Fox, and we will see you later today.